Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday evening, I think. Sorry, I'm a little off on how many days I've worked in a row, and that's okay. It's region weather meteorologist Matt Wentz. I want to give you a quick update. This one's going to be super brief. I want to chat briefly about what's going to happen with these storms tonight that have developed out towards the west. But I want to give you a side note first because it's kind of funny. There's this noise coming from the studio right now. It's like a knocking noise. David, how would you describe this noise right now?
Like drumming, like someone's taking
That's it.
like a snare drum and doing the side bass.
It's a snare drum machine that's going on right now, and we've got like our engineering team on it because we're thinking it's going to interrupt the newscast. It's just constant drumming. Anyway, it's really something. Everyone's checking it out.
Drum line.
It's a drum line essentially. So that's what we've got going on here this evening. It's great. So I don't know if you can hear that or not, but if you can, I'm sorry. If you can't, then don't worry about anything I'm talking about. Anyway, hi, Rhonda. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining us tonight. Again, this is going to be brief. I want to talk about the storms that are moving in from our west and what's going to happen with those. So I'm going to add this in here. This is what we're looking at. Showers and thunderstorms have developed out towards western Illinois as expected. This is where the severe weather was supposed to start this evening, if there was going to be any severe weather out of it. And I'll tell you, it's really been less than impressive. I'm not impressed with this line. It hasn't really developed to maturity yet. We've lost the daytime heating, so we're heading into, the 10 o'clock hour, eventually 11 o'clock midnight, when there's virtually no heating. The only thing getting these going and keeping them going is the forcing or the cooler air coming in behind that's kind of butting up with that warm, humid air that we've been stuck with. So there is some lift in the atmosphere. That'll likely sustain these storms overnight tonight. But really, the severe threat, I got to be honest with you, I'm not impressed with it. I really wasn't earlier. That's why we didn't hit it very hard. But, are we going to get some rain tonight? More than likely, we'll have some rain. Will we have a couple thunderstorms? More than likely. Are we going to see anything severe? I'm really doubting it tonight as we go forth. So just so you know that. The other thing I want to throw on here is something called the CAPE. This is the convective available potential energy. I know it's a big word. Basically, it's the juju or the buoyancy of the atmosphere, ability to produce lift. And if you can see these colors on here, these brighter colors, as you get into the oranges, that's over 2,500 joules per kilogram. So that's a big word too, right, for Tuesday night. But bottom line, that's a lot of energy for the atmosphere to be able to produce that lift. And that's the lift that we talked about that's keeping these storms going. Notice what happens as you get into northwest Indiana. It drops off, and it often does this time of year. It often does all year. We tend to get these thunderstorm events that are focused on Illinois, even Iowa, and then it hits that wall, that northwest Indiana wall. Not saying that's going to happen, but it is going to happen, at least in terms of my forecast, because I think these storms will kind of hold their own over the next couple hours. We may get a severe storm or two in Illinois, but once they hit northwest Indiana, I think they'll start to really weaken, and we'll probably just be dealing with rain, maybe some heavy rain. And I don't think everyone sees rain here tonight. We may have a couple spots where the storm misses us. The other thing to keep in mind, though, there's a secondary line that's developing on that boundary between the high Cape and the low Cape here in northwest Indiana. So we're starting to see some showers break out from Whiting on down towards Kankakee County, south suburbs of Chicago as well. Those may develop into some rumbles here over the next hour as well. So what we're going to go with forecast-wise is just some scattered showers, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder tonight. Will there be anything severe locally? I don't think so. I wouldn't bet on it. Will there be off towards the west? There certainly could be, okay? So that's what we're looking at in terms of forecasts tonight. I want to show you briefly what the models are saying, and then we'll answer your questions and get you on your way. Again, I told you this update was going to be brief, and I hope it's brief if you can hear that noise in the background. Lydia, how would you describe that noise? If you had to describe it. It's like drummers,
yes,
right?
I'm dancing.
There's something in the air conditioned vent, and it started around 4 o'clock. It shut off at 4:05. It was done, and we're like, okay, that doesn't need fix. And now and here we go again, and we're 40 minutes away from a newscast, so that's always great. Anyway, here's what the models do with the storms the rest of the night, and I think they've got a good handle on it. You can see how they'll be scattered around here. Again, some downpours possible, thunder and lightning possible. Severe, I don't think so. As we go through time, this is the HRRR model. It brings some rain in here tomorrow morning off of storms that now sink south. We're going to be a lot more stable tomorrow morning than where we are right now. I think the front's going to go by probably between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. And once it does, you're going to notice humidity is going to start to come down. Temperatures will come down as well. So we're talking just rain after that. No severe threat once that front moves through. Then we clear out a little bit as we get into the afternoon hours, but there's another wave along this front. So the front settles south, and then another wave kind of ripples along that, and that will bring more rainfall chances in here. Just rainfall this time. No severe threat with that, and that would be late tomorrow evening on into tomorrow night. So keep that in mind. We've got really 2 rounds of rain here. We've got the stuff that's going to move in tonight, whatever that may be, and then we'll have the Wednesday afternoon increasing clouds that lead to more rain Wednesday evening, Wednesday night. And then once that's out of here, I don't want to give away tomorrow night's Region Weather Live, but things are looking great. This weekend looks fantastic. We're going to have low humidity in here. We'll have to watch for some rain chances at the end of the weekend, but if you've got, graduation parties, outdoor picnics, whatever it happens to be this weekend, Saturday is looking good. Friday looks great too. Thursday looks good too if you're taking off. I know a lot of schools are getting out either this week or next week, but if they're getting out this week, boy, it couldn't be more perfect timing than that. Okay. So that's what we're dealing with. So let's answer your questions, then we'll get you on to your evening. Again, appreciate you all joining us here tonight. This is not a Region Weather Live. It's just kind of a Region Weather Update Live kind of thing. All right. I know it's not Sunday or Wednesday evening, and our schedule is going to change on that as well. I'm still trying to figure out what the schedule is going to look like, but it's going to be good. So I'll tell you that. All right. So first question I see here, Vicky says, we have a graduation tomorrow in Chesterton. Are we going to get rained out? Vicky, I don't think so. The graduation, I assume, would be either early afternoon or early evening. It looks good. It's that evening time frame we'll have to watch. Early afternoon looks good, though. This first batch will be out. Notice how we kind of clear out for a little bit. This is Wednesday. This is tomorrow midday, and then early afternoon. There's your clear out. We've got a cool breeze. Might even see some peaks of sun. Clouds will increase again, and then that rain comes back in late tomorrow night. So we have a nice window tomorrow where we should dry out for graduation. And congratulations. I'm assuming your kiddos, one of your kids. That's awesome. That's a long way. My wife and I are nowhere close to that yet, so I can appreciate all the years you've put in. Hopefully paying off. Elliot, thank you, buddy. I appreciate the nice comment. Thank you very much. Let's see. Elijah says, once again, 2 straight years, still can't buy a storm. Yeah, we're drying out too. Elijah hints on that with the nasty drought. Yeah, we're starting to dry things out. We could use some rain out of this. I do think we get rain tonight. I can't guarantee everyone sees rain tonight, though. We may have a cluster that goes south and avoid some areas. So not a slam dunk tonight, but at least we're avoiding this severe weather. We can get some downpours for sure. DK, thank you. Hope you had a great weekend recovering from a busy weekend, right? Piano recital for both of our girls, and my youngest daughter's book that she is co-author is live and in print. DK, that's awesome. That's huge. I bet you were so proud. That's amazing. And piano recital, gosh, if I had a member of the family that could play piano, what a gift that would be. Ruth asked this question. Ruth, that's a good question. A lot of people, and I've gotten this comment here. I've got it in my email. I've had a couple of Facebook messages about the wind and it being windier this year than previous years. Just to answer that question for everybody, there are no records that we keep the record of the wind every day, but there's no long-term records of wind speed around here. You can take an average during the day, but that's not a really good read because if you get a thunderstorm that produces a 50-mile-per-hour wind, that skews your average. So there's not really good record keeping when it comes to wind, but a lot of people have been saying that. I've been hearing that, and it's nothing I've noticed personally, but to be honest, I've got a lot of things I'm tracking, and wind really isn't one of them. So it's not something that I have been paying attention to. So that could be for sure. Wendy has a field day tomorrow at school. There's a lot of field days going on. Gosh, that was my favorite day in school. Wendy, we're going to have some lingering showers early in the morning. We should clear out by lunchtime. We could be clearer earlier than that, depending on how these storms go. But I just have a feeling rain's going to linger tomorrow morning. And then by lunchtime, I think we'll clear out. Afternoon looks okay at this point. We should have the rain out of here. We've got more rain moving in late tomorrow, but we should have a nice window tomorrow afternoon of some drier weather. It's going to be cooler and less humid too, so I think we'll take that. DK's got a field day on Thursday. So Thursday may start with some lingering rain. Let's fast forward to Thursday. Here's Thursday morning at 6 a.m. and look how it clears out. Thursday afternoon, we're fine. Model's indicating maybe some little convection as cooler air comes across. I'm not buying that right now. I would probably go dry the rest of Thursday, but we'll see. Oh, 7 p.m. for your grand girl. Okay, you're going to have the clouds are going to be increasing. There's going to be rain on radar moving in, Vicky, but we should stay dry. I think that rain holds off till later. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome, DK. Oh, and Rebecca finished up the school year last Thursday. Summer break. Nice. Yeah, well deserved, Rebecca. I certainly hope that you guys enjoy your summer. It's much deserved, whether you be a teacher or you just have kids. Let them relax for a little bit and then get that schedule going, right? With all the trips and all that good stuff. Brian, good question. How about Hebron? So, in terms of storms tonight, we covered this kind of at the beginning, but Brian, this is what we're dealing with. We've got storms off towards the west. This is where the bulk of the energy is. Once it hits Northwest Indiana, it really falls off the face of the earth. There's some downpours developing now along a boundary between more humid, buoyant air and the not so buoyant air that we have locally. And those are the showers you see breaking out near Whiting, the Hammond area. There's a shower just west of you. Those may grow. We may hear some rumbles of thunder in the next hour, but really the bulk of the action's back towards just west of St. Louis, actually in the northern part of Missouri. It's not even to St. Louis yet. But this is the stuff back here that I'm circling that we'll watch probably moving to Chicago later tonight. And this is why I think rain lingers tomorrow morning, because this thing is just moving slow. And likely all this activity down towards Kansas, that's probably going to be our morning rain that's moving in. And it doesn't look to move out of here real quick. So that's why I'm hoping we clear out by noon. But if not, it'd be early afternoon tomorrow. Okay. Andrea, no kidding about this tree pollen. My goodness. Our whole family's just been a sniffly, sneezy mess for sure. The rain helps. Remember, the rain knocks out of the air. We've gone dry over the last couple days, a decent stretch of dry weather. And so everything's just floating around. There's nothing to stick to whatsoever. It's just flying around. So pollen is at its highest before rain. So hopefully we can get some rain in here, at least to knock it out of the air, knock it down on the ground. All right. So that's what we're looking at. Okay. All right. I think we've answered everything. So I certainly appreciate you guys joining us here tonight. Again, this is just a little cut in just to let you know what we've got in terms of the storms tonight. I don't see anything severe. I don't have a good feeling about this being a big event or anything like that. So that gives me a good feeling about tonight's storms. May have some rumbles. That's fine. Are we going to see any severe weather out of this? I really don't think so. Hopefully we get some good downpours. Okay. All right. We'll do Region Weather Live tomorrow night. We'll talk long term. We'll get into the weekend and beyond, and we'll have some fun doing it as well. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. Hopefully we can fix that rattling before the newscast. We'll see what happens. All right. Bye.